Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another character breakdown for Heroes of the Storm. I apologize about my lack of videos lately. I guess it's my lack of incentive, lack of work ethic, blah, 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 if I can talk. I don't know, it's just, I haven't been feeling too well mentally, so I needed to take a few days. I don't know, this past month has really not been I haven't really been feeling like making videos, but I'm still working on shit in the background, so don't worry, I'll keep shit flowing as best I can. Anyway, to the character breakdown. The first one I have is Sonya. Now, I will admit, I only played like a couple of games with Sonya. I played more than one game this time with Sonya. And I will be the first to admit that she is not for me. She is like tanky, but she's not strong. She doesn't do as much damage. In my notes, I have her on the same level as Tychus, but I think that might be a little too preemptive to categorize her as that. Fury is an acceptable replacement for mana, or chi, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's way too slow to generate, and abilities cost too much, aren't worth it, something like that. I feel like there are better choices for a melee warrior, and for a tank, I feel like picking Sonya is scraping the bottom of the barrel for, I don't know, what she does and what she is trying to categorize in. I just feel like there are better choices. Next up is Johanna, and I was actually having quite a bit of fun with Johanna, even though like I only played a couple games with her, as I always do for these videos. She's like really tanky, like tanky as fuck, but she doesn't do shit for damage, but it's to be expected because she's a tank class and tanks don't do that much damage. She's supposed to absorb aggro and take a whole bunch of damage and shit like that. But she needs backup, obviously, because she's a tank class. She is fucking resilient as fuck. I found myself living through encounters I should not have. Her hero trait is actually really helpful. It's more helpful than I thought. It's basically a shield, and I think that's what makes her so tough and resilient to get rid of. She isn't that bad. Like, she's actually really good. I was having a fuck ton of fun playing her. I just wish I would have played her more often, because I don't know, with Heroes of the Storm, I kind of find myself falling in and out of wanting to play this game through the days. It's just been kind of a weird roller coaster for me lately. Alright, so now that I've kind of got the melee stuff out of the way, kind of, I'll get to it a little later, next up is Gazlowe. Good God, Gazlowe. Good God, Gazlowe, the alliteration is real. I could literally not even play him, and I applaud people who do. Like, I applaud people who are really good with Gazlowe, because that is fucking hard class to play. I mean, at least for me, because I'm just dumb and I don't like going for the objective. I just like to kill shit while going for the objective. Like, I am not a strictly objective person, even though certain games and certain game types I will go for the objective, but in a game like Heroes of the Storm, I cannot literally do it. He does a crap ton of siege damage. Like, oh my god, I think he rivals Sylvanas. I really think he does. And he can really quickly turn the tide and like get to level 10 first. He's like almost mandatory. Same with Lost Vikings. Early game is where he excels because, as I said earlier, he is crucial to getting to level 10 first. He makes things easier overall because once you get to level 10, you have your hero trait, your ultimate thing, and it's just really crucial. Basically, whoever gets to level 10 first wins in competitive, competent team. But like against a competent team, you can just literally just leave Gazlowe alone, and he won't do anything. He does like no hero damage, and I mean, he's a specialist class. He's supposed to not do hero damage, but Sylvanas kind of beats him in hero damage, obviously. So, which is why I think Sylvanas is a better choice in most situations. For siege damage, anyway. Alright, so next up is Zeratul. Zeratul requires a very specific skill set to be able to play Raiden. I was decent with him, I would say. Like, I actually think I was terrible with him. He's a decent lane pusher, but I think someone like Zagara or ETC is better. I feel like he needs backup at times, which is why I feel like he can be a decent lane pusher, but like someone like Zagara or ETC, they don't really need backup as often as I find that Zeratul does. That just might be me though, because I might be bad with him and need backup because I'm fucking dumb. His burst damage is relatively high, but I don't find it being on the level of, say, Vala or Nova or something like that, because Nova, they can just burst him down like 0 to 100 real quick. I can see him being really good, but my playstyle doesn't really warrant a Zeratul playstyle. Like, I find myself gravitating more toward the Zagara or Vala or even the Butcher, which is actually next. The Butcher is, like, extremely durable. I find myself living through encounters that I should literally not live through. Just because he has a little self-heal that is, like, extremely amazing. And this gameplay is actually my very first gameplay with the Butcher. I find that he isn't very powerful early game. Like, in early game, he suffers kind of bad, but late game, he is a fucking brick shithouse, and if you leave him alone, he will wreck your fucking face off. He needs some help in order to do much, but like, most of this game I was paired up with a Thrall, and just that team, that composition is just fucking absurd. Like right here, I should be dead because Illidan charges me, and I just smack him because Thrall was like chipping away at his health as he was trying to kill me. But oh my god, so many times this game I should be fucking dead, but I run the fuck away and I survive. It's just, he is totally fucking worth it. I cannot stress how amazing the Butcher is. He is fucking phenomenal. I don't think I've had this much fun since I picked up Vala, or maybe even like Zagara, because he's just a blast to play, and he's a super aggressive hero. And played right, as I think I did okay with him this game. I went 18-4 the game, 18-5, 19-5, something like that. I had a really good, I didn't die that often this game, so I find that he is way better late game than he is early game. And you're going to reach the late game more often than you do the early game. Which I know doesn't really make sense, but it doesn't really take that much time to get to level like 13 or something like that. And you're going to spend more time from 13 to, let's say, 20 than you do 1 to 13, because 1 to 13 only takes like 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes or something like that, while the others take like 13 minutes. So you spend like twice as much time getting to level 13 to 20 than you do spending it in 1 to 13. And that's where I think Butcher really shines, is the late game, because he will just rape your entire team if you just leave him alone. And the Butcher is fucking phenomenal at that. Now, I don't know how I'm going to make this into this amount of time left, because there's like 3 minutes left of this video and I can't even fucking do this right. But I didn't even play Abathur. I literally refused to play Abathur. Like, his playstyle, it's campy, it's dumb, it's support on top of support, and that is literally not me. It's not even a support class, it's a specialist class. He is, I know I'm bitching about him, but like, I cannot understand anybody who would actually play Abathur and actually like it. I had no interest in it. He doesn't seem like he does anything. He just plants bombs occasionally that explode and they only last a minute, but you're gonna be like in the back of the map helping your teammates on the front lines, so like late game, even early game, he doesn't do much. I feel like he's just wasted potential. Like, I feel like he could have been way better if he actually did something. I know possibly because I don't play StarCraft. I haven't played StarCraft, so I don't know if he actually does nothing, if he's like stealth, if he's like anything regarding the storyline of StarCraft. So maybe he's supposed to do that, or I have no idea. I literally have no idea, but he just seems like the gameplay with him just seems really boring and uneventful, and I guess I would have to play him to find out, but I just didn't want to subject myself to 20 minutes of just sitting behind a wall, which is basically what I figured he would be. And I just couldn't do that. I literally had no incentive to play him other than making this video. So I'm going to wrap it up here, even though there's like a minute left. And I have nothing else to say. So anyways, yeah. Aside from my gripes on Abathur, I fell in love with the Butcher. That's really all I had to say about his week. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys later.